Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. With Trump threatening to pull funding for the Ukraine, and the Ukraine basically unable to continue its fight without the aid that the rest of the world is giving it, it seems likely that the current borders will be the ones that are agreed on in any peace settlement. But this, of course, does not please the little dwarf Zelensky. He's made his billions, and he'd like to, enjoy it. He can't really enjoy it if the Russians are still invading his country. Well, he's come up with a novel plan. He says if America pulls out and stops funding them, the only way that he can guarantee the safety of the Ukraine is to have nuclear weapons. And he's casting around looking for someone who's willing to give the Ukrainians a nuclear ability. This is sheer madness. Ukraine does not need or deserve nuclear weapons. It would be a prelude to the end of the world because Zelensky would use them. He's not well versed in international diplomacy. He is, after all, a comedian, although it stopped being funny quite some time ago. But I believe he would push the button out of sheer desperation. I think going forward, we've got to say, right, where the border is now, stop it. That's the new border. End of. All go home. Leave it there. Sure, have a little bit of a no man's land, if you like. A DMZ, as the Americans like to call it. And leave it there. We do not want Zelensky facing off in a kind of cold war against the Russians with both sides' fingers twitching on nuclear triggers. That would be madness. And of course, there's no way the Americans would ever allow it. They don't trust Zelensky now. This is why they want to pull out. This is why Trump is talking to Putin. This is why this war will come to a very swift end. The question is, where are the borders? Well, for peace, let the Russians have it. I'm not going to get involved. It's got nothing to do with me. The Russians, of course, have got a bigger problem. Their problem isn't Europe. Their problem's the other side. It's China. Lebensraum, or whatever the Chinese equivalency is. They are looking to push north into Russia because of all the natural resources. The Russian population isn't big now. It used to be, but there's a lot fewer Russians. They could not sustain a war with China. So I think Putin needs to look to the east rather than the west. So let him have that little bit of the Ukraine and then let China occupy him for whatever remains of his short left life. Thanks very much. Bye.